Did you get a new egg turner for your incubator? You're wondering, do you need to get the special quail rails, or will the regular chicken rails that came with it work for quail eggs? That's what we're going to get cleared up for you in today's video. Hey guys, welcome back to another slightly rednecked video. Again, my name's Chris, and if you're not familiar with this channel, I help you to produce your own meat, eggs, and vegetables from your backyard, your balcony, your deck, your garage, or even a spare room in your house if that's the way you want to do it. And this is actually a question that's come up quite a bit on my channel recently, so I thought I'd address it in a video, is can you incubate your quail eggs in the regular chicken rails that came with the incubator, or with the egg turner I should say, or do you need to get specific quail rails? Now I do have my egg turner set up with quail rails because I'm incubating quail eggs primarily. They're pretty easy to swap out. There's plenty of videos online. If you need to know how to swap them out, you can look that up. I'm not going to bother doing that because I am going to be incubating eggs today and I want to use my quail rails to do that. But your chicken rails will work just fine to incubate your quail eggs. And I just got done collecting eggs, so let me show you. Here's a quail egg right here. It sits right down in that chicken rail and it works just fine. It rocks a little bit as it turns, but that's fine. That's no problem whatsoever. It's not going to hurt your eggs at all. The big benefit to having a quail rail on your, or the quail rails I should say, on your egg turner is you can fit a whole lot more eggs in there. And if you look at that, this is one rail. One rail fits, I've got to count them up, I can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, yeah, 20. 20 eggs in one rail. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rails. So that is, what's 20 times 6? 120 eggs. You can fit 120 quail eggs in your incubator at one time if you have the quail rails installed. Now, here's the one tricky thing about the quail rails, I will tell you, is that sometimes, let me put an egg in here and I'll show you what I mean. That's a pretty tight fit. If I get 2 eggs in here, you can see they fit pretty tight, but they work just fine. It's no problem. Every once in a while I do run into eggs, especially from my jumbo birds, that it's just a little hard to get them all in here and get them to all fit, but it works fine. It's okay. It's no problem. But again, if all you have is the chicken rails, you don't want to invest the extra money, you're not incubating a lot of eggs, they're going to work just fine. Let me see if I've got some smaller eggs on me. Here, that one may be a little bit smaller. If you're wondering, it's not really cold out here. The biggest reason I wore this jacket today is because I'm collecting eggs for incubating, and I wanted to keep them separate from my jumbo farrows, my jumbo meat makers. So it works great to just be able to stick them in my pockets and keep them separate and know which ones are which. So here's a smaller egg, and even with a smaller egg, you can see it still fits. I can't tilt it all the way because it'll fall out, but it still fits. Now it does fit through the bottom. Hopefully you can kind of see that, but this is going to work just fine. The egg rotates, it turns, it's just fine. It's going to work no problem whatsoever. Now, if you don't have an egg turner at all, that's okay too. All you got to do, open up your incubator a couple times a day, once in the morning, once in the evening, roll the eggs around a little bit so they get moved around a little bit, and close it back up. Do it twice a day, you're going to be just fine. The egg turner just makes it a little bit easier because you don't have to manually do that. It keeps them turned all the time for you. You don't have to worry about remembering to do it or any of those kinds of things. You can do several different things if you wanted to. You could put them in, take a regular egg carton if you wanted to, cut the top of it off so it's open and set it where it's tilted up on one end a little bit in your incubator, and then twice a day, switch it, tilt it up the other way, tilt it up the other way, stick something on the one end so it tilts, and just do that twice a day. Move it twice a day. That's all you got to do. It's not really that big of a deal. It doesn't have to be that complex. Again, the big benefit to having the quail rails in your egg turner and an automatic egg turner in general is that it does it all for you. So you don't have to remember to do it. And the quail rails let you incubate up to 120 eggs at one time, as opposed to, how many does this hold? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 6, what is that? I can't do math in my head. 36 eggs, is that right? I think so. Maybe my math's wrong, but if it's not, you can figure it out. It's a lot less than 120, let's put it that way. So that's the big benefit to having the quail rails in your egg turner. But again, if you don't have any of that, it's fine. You can do it without it. It just requires a little bit more work, or you're not going to be able to incubate as many eggs. That's it, really. So quick video today to address that topic. Like I said, it's come up a lot of questions about it recently. So I thought, let's get a video out there, get it addressed, get everybody caught up on it. If you had that question, hopefully this helped you out. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, God bless.